Mine's been almost 2.5 years for me to get semi-functional again. And a lot of that I just did with bloody mindedness and pushing through the pain. Motherfucker didn't even look. Typical. I bet all of us probably have at least one clip in every goddamn video we record. Some fucker either leaving their lane or pulling out without looking or some shit like that. I'm so sick of it. But anyways, so yeah, so as you can tell, I was pretty messed up. For my accident, I was actually only a month in the hospital, and then I had to scramble to find somewhere to live. I was living in, just actually moved in the end of May to a little upstairs apartment from a house, because it was just me, and wasn't really any point in paying for a 3-bedroom house, so I got me an apartment, and that wasn't going to work because I was going to be in a wheelchair for, they said, a couple of months. Turned out to be 8. I looked at assisted living around the Junction area where the hospital was, so I could be close to my doctors. And the cheapest assisted living I could find, which is basically kind of like a fancy nursing home. But you have your own room, you can do your own thing. If you want to go get meals, you can. You can have your own meals if you want. That kind of situation. But that was $4,000 US dollars per month. So for a poor little working nurse like me, that wasn't going to work. Luckily, I did have short-term disability through work. That paid me 60% of my salary, which was enough to live on, in all honesty, but certainly not enough for didn't pay $4,000 a month. Or a nursing home. I could go to a nursing home, have that paid for by my insurance, and just basically lay in bed and wait until my leg was healed enough to start doing rehab. And my girlfriend said, fuck that, come on with me. I was like, no, it's not going to work. Your house is no better anyway. And she went out in the Aspen area, and miraculously, after about 50 phone calls and begging and pleading for favors from friends, actually found a wheelchair-accessible house that was available for rent. Long-term family. And the lady that lived in it in a wheelchair for about 30 or 40 years had recently passed away, poor thing. And, shit, missed it. There we go. It was available. So she actually rented that. And we were there for 2-3 months. And it ended up working really well, because it was right on the Roaring Fork River. It was absolutely beautiful. And the counters were lowered. I could just about I couldn't get my wheelchair in there. This lady was about 130, 140 pounds. Even though I'd lost a lot of weight, I was 160 when I got out of the hospital, but still it was a squeeze to be in her wheelchair. But it worked. We made it work. I could get onto the toilet. I could get into the bathtub, kind of shower myself, kind of sort of, all that shit. So I was really, really lucky. And it worked out well for me. In November, we went back up to the house, had my record previous, August. So August, September, October, no, so 3 months. And, we were back at our house. Had a ramp belt. It was a kamikaze ramp. But, it worked. Allowed me to get out and about a little bit. But I'd almost given up, to be perfectly honest. I tried a couple of different medications for this leg pain, and I was okay walking for about a mile and a half, 2 miles, and then it would just get really painful. Kind of neurogenic type pain, so like shooting pains and burning pains, and just muscle tight pains and crampy spasm type stuff, all different stuff all the time. And yeah, I tried some neuropathy pain meds, and yeah, the narcotics work, but I didn't want to live on those. So I was like, fuck it, this is going to be my life. And so we did this trip to Vietnam, the house build. I just pushed through all the pain and ignored everything, and I come back better and stronger. I got off the narcotics over there very quickly. I was taking so little, it wasn't a problem. But, yeah, so I've been amazed. Yesterday I walked, I think, 8 miles. 2 days before that I walked 10 miles. Like, most I'll do at a time is maybe 4 miles at a time. But, from where I was, it's pretty amazing. Someone's getting new carpet. Yeah, I didn't think that it was going to happen, but it did. And I cannot say how freaking ecstatic I am about that whole thing. Because now I think I'm going back to work. I've applied for a couple of jobs. It'll only be a couple of days a week, but I'll actually be making money, which would be fantastic. So, just push on, man. Push and fight as hard as you fucking can, brother. It's going to be an adjustment with the hand. I still have trouble dropping things, and it seems to be the delicate type stuff. You know, it's always a frickin' like a wine glass or something you don't want to grab too hard. You know, if it's a beer glass, it's fine. I just grab it. Knives and forks are okay. Chopsticks I drop all the time. Pieces of paper, shit like that. That's the stuff I have trouble with. But I can twist the fucking throttle and pull the brake. And I can go back to work now. So yeah, hang in there, brother. Work as hard as you can in physical therapy. Scream, shout, and demand every fucking piece of assistance and service you can. Don't be proud. I was really lucky. My situation was 99% better than most poor buggers that get in a bad wreck. So yeah, push on. Work with that fucking hand. Or flipper, or whatever it is now. And, you know, you'll be fine. You can work the clutch with that thing easy. It's gonna hurt for a while. And it'll hurt. I don't know how much weather you get over there in Taiwan. But, I always know when a weather front's coming through. Because I'll get achy as hell. The hip, the legs are worse than then the wrist. Just gets achy like I've used it too much. But, plenty of old bikers out there know that, I'm sure. So, yeah, I guess the basic thing is just push on, push strong. Get every service and assistance you can for you and your family. And you'll come back stronger, brother. and we'll look forward to that.